They were my best friends growing up.
From Black Can.
I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared too.
Meanwhile, you bag, it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy. That was
Hello there.
Welcome to Tabletop Topics. I'm your host, Jeff.
And of course, Jeff. Guys, if you want to watch our episodes on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. And if you want to take a look at our ugly mugs on Wednesdays and Fridays, we're on YouTube, One Word Tabletop Topics. We also have our Triple T's Clips channel and our TikTok channel. So if you click on the links, it'll take you directly to the full podcast episodes. And of course, we have timestamps, so you can pick and choose where you want to navigate through the episode. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. And of course, leave us a comment. So if you have any questions or just want to pick a suggestions about the show, let us know, and we'll bring it up on the next podcast.
Yes, sir.
So, Jeff,
What's up, man?
How was the wedding? It finally happened.
It was amazing. It was beautiful.
Would you like to express your experience?
So I pull up.
Gang, gang.
You know what my dumbass did? He actually caught me. My dumbass actually brought the physical invitation after they had already sent digital invitations.
oh, they sent digital.
Yeah.
Oh, we're in the future now. You
Right.
used to need a
So I
physical.
brought the physical.
Yeah.
And then I got invited to, of course, the groom's room area. And it was just going nuts. We was having a good time. You know, dancing, caught up with bro.
Did your Haitian come out?
Oh, dude, it was fire. It was nice. Yes, it did. We was just dancing, having a good time. The venue was amazing. It was at the Strand in Naples, I think. The Strand.
Oh, is
Right.
there a Publix in that plaza? Because I know there's the Strand Publix.
I know it's nearby. But
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. I know there was a Strand Publix, but the actual area, it was super nice, super high class. It was like limited gathering, so like the top of the top people in the family
Were
you know,
there.
and friends and stuff like that. So it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? And there was a nice fountain, palm trees. It
Did they have those ice sculptures?
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. They had sculptures. It was just really nice, and it was unplugged. So in the beginning, you know, when they're walking down, and
Yeah.
the whole ceremony started. They wanted no pictures, no recording until after vows were said and stuff. But it was so nice. What was it? Fadner. I ain't never seen that man cheese so much in my life, bro. And he's always smiling.
After seeing his wife.
Right.
Yeah,
Fadner's
that's
a
awesome.
happy guy, man, but this is the biggest
Hey, man,
smile I've seen.
that's
him
amazing.
smile. It's amazing. And I'm really happy for bro. Congratulations.
Did they get married by the church or the state?
I think the church.
Oh, they get that church. Okay.
The church, yeah. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, reception was really nice. They had like a little cocktail hour while, you know, the bridesmaids and groomsmen and the bride and groom were taking pictures and stuff like that. So they were serving cocktails. The bar was straight up open, so you know everyone could drink and stuff like that.
If you were 21.
Most of everyone there was 21. Because remember, it was like they said no one under 18.
Ah, okay.
Or no one, yeah.
I mean, but if the kids were with their parents, of course they're gonna be doing kid things. They're not really.
there were
gonna
no
be,
kids.
Really, it
Yeah,
was
they
literally
said
all adults.
No kids. It was all adults.
Oh, because if they want to do some crazy things,
yeah.
they weren't.
It was adult activities.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So there was no children to be seen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So reception starts. It was fire. They had great intros. They introduced the grooms. They introduced the groomsmen, the bridesmaid. They each had their own track, and dance floor was awesome. DJ was awesome. The host was awesome. It was really hype. We all got catered custom meals that when they sent out the invitation, the digital invitation, they allowed us to select our meals for the night, and they had everyone catered a custom meal.
Was there any seasoning in there?
Oh, bro, it was seasoned.
Oh, okay.
It was seasoned.
That's how you know there was a Caribbeans back there.
It was really nice, man.
His mom probably walked back there and said, "More share your food is selling outside." They didn't put any salt.
Nah, bro, they knew it was Haitians, bro. They knew it was Haitians.
Bruh.
They had to put seasoning in that bit. What
Bruh.
the heck? Chicken was fire.
Oh, that's what's up.
I ate a whole leg quarter with a fork and knife. That's how fire the chicken was.
Wow,
And left
okay.
the bone. There was no meat on that bone.
Surprised you didn't go after the marrow.
I didn't even have to grab. There was no finger food. Like, I didn't even have to grab the thing and eat the chicken.
Yeah.
Like, everything just came off the bone.
Wow. Okay.
It was amazing.
All right.
Um,
Kudos to the place.
They shared their dance. They did their dance. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness, it was just great. The vibes were great. Everyone was happy. Music was amazing. I think I drove the farthest.
What exit?
It was on.
105 or 101 before Miami?
It was 105. Well, I took 116, but the GPS took me to 116.
Okay.
But it took me to the resident entrance and not the main entrance, which was further. Right.
Okay.
Right. So I had to drive all the way back out and then drive all the way till I went to Immokalee Road.
Damn.
Then I had to drive up. Yeah. So he said don't be late, but everyone was late.
That's why when you say the wedding starts at 4,
Bruh.
you really mean 8.
You expected all these Haitians to show up on time.
Bruh.
Stop playing.
Stop playing, bro.
Stop
Hey, man, like
playing.
Skylar always says, we wouldn't be the Jeff brothers if we were early.
It's in my blood.
If
What
if we
the
came on
heck?
time, he would have been like, what's
It's like
going
everyone
on?
was competing to be the last person, the best for last.
Because when
That's
you
what it
walk
was.
in,
everyone's gonna look. Like,
Exactly.
who the fuck is that?
who is that? Looking all crispy.
So everyone was waiting outside the entrance. I was like, bro, are they not letting anyone in? They're like, nah, everyone's just waiting outside. I was like, y'all ain't shit, bro.
Yeah, ain't shit, bro. Bro, I swear to God, he's just always trying to show out for other niggas.
I was like, y'all
That doesn't make
ain't
any sense to me,
shit,
man.
bro. What
They're always
the
trying
heck?
to look good for somebody else. Like, bro, why? Why? Just
Oh,
go
man.
inside. Who cares?
It was dope.
But that's what's up.
the
That's
stuff
good.
started to wind down. I kind of dipped a little bit early, because I had a drive. It was an hour and 30-minute drive.
So were you on autopilot driving home?
Oh no, I was FaceTiming a friend.
I got you.
Yeah, I was FaceTiming a friend the whole time. And then when I got home, like I crashed, bro. I was tired as hell. But it was fun. It was amazing. Top 5 out of all my friends. So, everyone else, you got competition.
Yep,
That's a lot to beat after what I've witnessed.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Gotta put some flavor in it, bro.
That's facts. That is fact. I think there's only one person who I believe.
Might get married next.
One couple who I believe could top that. But I won't say anything. I'll keep them guessing. Cause I already know from past experience this shit about to be dummy.
Really?
That shit's gonna be
Would you like to drop a name?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Because I don't want to set that expectation.
Because you know they're listening.
Yeah, I don't want to set that expectation. Be like, hey man, I just went to a crazy ass wedding. I hope yours is better.
I see what you're saying.
I don't
Damn.
want to put that pressure on them. What the heck?
Hey man, if they got the money to go all out, go for it. Go for it.
Oh man, watch it be like, all right, oh, really? All right, we're
Yeah.
each getting a private flight on a SpaceX rocket.
yeah.
What the fuck? I'll go crazy.
But damn.
I'll go nuts. I will go nuts. But yeah, that was pretty much how my Saturday went. That was pretty fun.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
That was pretty fun.
I know that you and I last week watched a movie with Eddie Murphy in it, and
You people.
Ezra Miller is it no, not Ezra Miller.
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill. My bad.
My bad.
You need to apologize, sir.
I apologize. Jonah Hill.
Oh, that man gets no
My fault.
respect. He gets no
Bruh,
respect.
at this point, he doesn't even care anymore.
Well, yeah, he's at peace.
Yeah, he's at peace with it.
Right.
He's at an ideal weight, but
Right. He's at peace.
but I really love the film. I know Eddie Murphy helped produce it. It was kind of giving you the relationship dynamic between dating
Interracial couple.
interracial couple. So it was hilarious, but it was funny at the same time because like you and I had valid points because we would pause and interject
Yeah,
and all that stuff like that. And I kind of brought up a point where I said, well, instead of trying to get the parents' approval and stuff like that, why don't they just get married and get it over with? But then you said because they were raised by their parents.
Right.
So if you accept me, you gotta accept my family too.
You are your family.
Yes.
No matter how, you are your family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that was the thing, and a lot of factors played into it, like we were talking about the whole just cultural wise.
Right.
Everybody like
the clash of cultures.
the clash of cultures. Yeah, like Jonah Hill played a Jewish person, and of course, the girl was of Muslim background descent, and it's like it was just so funny how the mother of Ezra and the father of the girl kept interjecting and butting in.
Committing hella faux pas.
Oh, yeah,
like
bro.
A motherfucker, boy.
I'm finally gonna have black grandchildren.
She was
No, we're finally gonna be a family of color. That was amazing.
Bro,
that was amazing.
They played. I loved it too because
They
wasn't
played into
every trope.
Every trope.
It wasn't even cringy. It was just funny.
It was funny. I was
It
like,
was just
yeah.
funny.
I'm like, yeah.
Do you like what's his name? What's his name? The guy that did Pimp My Ride.
Oh, Exhibit.
Exhibit.
Holy
Hey,
crap,
man.
he would not shut up
I
about
like-
Exhibit.
I like Exhibit's braids.
I was like, what the fuck?
Bruh.
You like-
It just kind of, it was exposing Ezra's mom as like
An uncomfortable truth.
an uncomfortable truth. She
Yeah.
was looking at the girl,
As color.
as like a project, like an experiment that she
Yeah.
had to do research on to understand her instead of coming at her like a fucking
Person.
human, a person.
And that's why
You
he
see what I'm
said,
saying?
stop looking at my girlfriend like she's a project. Look at my girlfriend as like she's a person.
You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? Like,
So-
have a conversation. Like, you don't have to bring up shit about race and
Or
hair,
reparations, all that shit.
history and shit. Like, motherfucker, I want to talk about basketball.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that?
And then she was trying to play the victim.
Can we talk about how Cheez-Its got more flavor blasted over the
extra cheesy?
extra cheesy? Bro, it's not even Cheez-Its anymore.
That's smack, bro.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's
Bro,
talk about shit like
Cheez-Its
that.
evolved.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want to talk to me about cultural shit? I'm like, motherfucker, we in America.
Yeah. Just talk to me like I'm a person. We don't
Yeah.
have to bring up
Talk to me Americanly.
weird shit. I'm a person just
Talk
like you.
to me Americanly. What the fuck?
Yeah. So no, but I really love that movie. Like I hope they make a second one.
You think so? You think you can build off of that?
I think you can.
Only thing I didn't like was the bullshit ending. I was like, there's no way.
Yeah,
Like,
that was just
you ruined 5 years of a relationship.
And then you just made it
And
up
then
after 6 months.
After 6 months?
After 6 months, they
I'm
just
like, there's no way. Like, there's no way.
that was the unrealistic
Yeah.
part at the end of the
That was
film.
wild. They literally went their own separate ways.
Yeah.
Like, no communication.
No, zero.
That's crazy. to me.
Yeah, like he went on to do his podcast live,
Right.
big with his best friend.
He went big.
yeah, and then
I'm like,
she continued doing her art design and stuff like
and
that.
but what happens next? You just go get married after being apart for 6
Nah,
months?
nigga, you gonna smash and do shit with other people and go your own way and
Exactly.
and
Come
do all
on.
that stuff.
Come
Reality,
Come on.
but that's what I'm saying.
Like,
That
be for real.
if they went a realistic perspective of it, it doesn't really happen like that.
Be for real.
And I think that's where the film played into itself, where it's like, remember, it's just a movie, guys. So it built up all this tension. Like, say you're you're a white person watching it or a Spanish person watching it or you're a black person watching it, and they built up all this tension from you watching it. So you're like getting angry and upset depending on the person. Yeah, triggered depending on the person who watches the film. And you're like, man, it's bullshit. That's true. That happened with my ex or blah, 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 blah. And then he turns around at the end of the film and says, remember, guys, this is just a movie, so I'm going to show you something that really doesn't happen in real life. Right. We find each other after 6 months.
Bro, that's crazy.
We find each other after 6 months and then join hands and kumbaya.
That's crazy.
And then you get married by the rabbi and the preacher. Yay!
Nope.
Nah. That doesn't happen.
They should have ended it after, whatchamacallit.
See, what would have been more realistic is when if they accidentally met each other at the shoe store, that would have been different. Then they can say, "Oh, hi, how you doing? How's your life? Blah blah
Word.
blah."
But then her parents set them up.
Yeah, exactly.
Their parents set them
and
up.
then start off with coffee, like let's get coffee, let's talk, blah blah blah. And then of course, if you want to continue to build upon that into the relationship again, then that makes sense. But the fact that they set up the whole thing at the end, nobody fucking does that.
But 6 months though, that's weird, man.
That's
I don't know,
lot.
like that's almost psychotic.
And then she still had his shoes.
No, that's almost psychotic on the parents' part.
That is.
You sabotaged your kids' relationship. They were 1 day away from getting married, and then you wait 6 months.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Even the brother said,
"That's crazy."
Even the brother says, "You really? You saw him do cocaine?" No, he was the last time he was there. He did cocaine, but but he's like, "That's it." He's like, "When you were younger, you've done worse.
You've done worse." That's fact.
Is that really?
Because even the brother was like, "Bro, you doing something?"
You doing the most. And he's like, "Is it really that, or is it something else?" You see what I'm saying? So he just had to get past his own bias and understand that he ruined his daughter's relationship, and her potentially may never finding a guy just like this.
Well, how do you feel about that? Do you feel inevitably culture is what's going to culture and heritage is what at the end of the day gets in the way of I'll say interracial relationships?
I believe, well, like, I'm gonna use an example that we talked about maybe like 10, 15 episodes ago, where you're like, if you're engaged or marrying somebody of a similar like we said Caribbean, because there's like 5 islands. Food is
5,
well, more than that.
Hella
Islands, and food is somewhat similar, just different spices, certain things that they make. The Spanish language
upbringing is pretty similar.
Right. Basically.
Cultural
So
values
when you're literally like, even if it's a Spanish and a Haitian, or a Jamaican and a Haitian, or a Cuban and a Dominican, I mean the similarities are there, even though they're a different color. But when it comes to like white or Albanian or
that's such a
English
departure.
Yeah, it's a departure
from the regional. Right.
I will say this: if you are, and I will never say you will ever know what it's like to be
never
me in my culture. But I believe if a person is willing to sit down and try to understand it, not doing the ridiculous thing like dressing like them or doing all that, just trying to hear where they're coming from from.
But how will you ever feel that it's a unification of a family if you can't even partake in the culture that represents that family? The culture that the family represents.
I think it shouldn't be forced. They should try to make it as natural as possible. Like, both families come together and at least show me how your culture goes, and then you show me how their culture goes. Like the type of food. Like we can bring. We have a traditional Thanksgiving, which is an American thing, but I don't know if other countries do it.
Right.
And let's say we try to not indoctrinate them, but try to get them to contribute to something like that. Like they have their own holidays that's maybe not on Thanksgiving week, and we can kind of just bring our foods together and then try different stuff like that to understand where the history is, the flavor, what it means, why was it done, stuff like that. Like you getting like a history lesson, because like when you're in a different country, you learn about your country's history. You don't know about the history of others, and if you're willing to listen and learn, I feel like that would like kind of bring you closer. Of course, you'll never
But your partner essentially may never be able to partake in that culture. That's almost something like a exile, kind of like. Yeah.
What do you
we're
mean by
together.
never be able to
Like-
partake?
Like, cause you don't want to. Okay, this is gonna be.
No, go ahead, man. Don't sugarcoat it.
All right. I don't
Live.
want to say cultural appropriation, but there's people out there who will feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
But like, the rule is, because it's not the exception.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The rule is, if you're not from that culture, you shouldn't. How do I say? Mimic it.
But I'm not saying you do it on your own terms. I'm saying like that person that's how come I said the families need to come together.
Maybe I said that the wrong way.
Yeah. Because
I'll think about how I want to.
Well, because a perfect example is when they gave what was it 4 or 5 years ago when they gave that girl flag, that high school girl flag for wearing an Asian dress to prom.
Word.
And they shat on her because they say it's a culture appropriation. But then when you get when they put that on the internet and all these
The Asians were cool as fuck.
Yeah, the Asians were cool as fuck. So it's like because to them the country that's coming from, they're like, you're representing us. You're putting our style, our brand.
You're introducing our
culture
to,
to exactly, right. and it's not just within the race. And there's nothing. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of people feel like it's offensive and it's culture appropriation.
Is it
but
a lot of people, or is it? Well, then again,
the minority.
Here's the thing. Here's where my
where you're split.
Right.
Okay. Explain.
Because it's like
as I drink this delicious alkaline water.
How do I say that?
I'm trying to get sponsored by.
The the people.
That are offended?
Who are mostly offended are usually those not of that culture.
Exactly.
But it's like, I think sometimes black people partake in that as well. A majority of it is like the white liberal and stuff like that.
No, I agree.
Where it's like, where earlier in our podcast, I was like, it's almost performative.
Yeah.
Like the whole
no, I agree. I agree.
But like, even as a black person, me, I don't care in general.
Yeah.
But even as a black person, there's some things that if someone in another culture or race were to do, it's like, regardless of the context, it just seems racist.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
But do you think for some black people, is it because their culture or Africa, like their African culture, unless you're like from there and you move here, do you think that it's lost, so they're trying to find something that they can grasp onto to say that it's theirs, like braids or cornrows or certain aesthetics and or styles that they do?
Well, I believe a lot of black culture in America stems from struggling, like the byproduct of struggle.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So like, yeah, of course, there's a lot of good. You have fashion, hairstyle, art, music.
Yeah.
But like a lot of what it propagates stems from
struggle. It was created because of the struggles,
right? So
and the hardships.
So anyone wearing that identity or that I'll stick with identity.
Yeah.
Anyone wearing that identity as not even just a costume, but like just to emulate. You see what I'm saying? That is taken to offense. But like in terms of when you're in a relationship, let's say that's your wife who is not part of that culture. Like, how can she still feel included without, you know, being ostracized or feeling like an other if she can't even partake in the things that represent you as you? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
Because like, let's say you marry someone outside of your household, right? And the wife is supposed to take on, you know,
that aesthetic of
her husband.
Of her husband,
You
yes.
see what I'm saying?
She is a image of him, like
Right.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how?
But for me, you know why that concept is so crazy to me in the sense of, like, I know of this white man that moved to Africa to marry his actual African wife, and all he's been getting is flag on the internet for the outfits that he's been wearing and stuff like that, and his wife has to constantly defend him.
But where is that outrage coming from?
Here.
America.
America.
Right. America.
So and she, born and raised in Africa, saying, I don't care, I appreciate him doing that because he's getting into my culture.
Right.
So it's like if any other race were to wear African clothing, like say your wife is of a different background, or your girlfriend is a different background, and you want her to wear African clothing, which Haitians have. Everything's from Africa, but we subjectively created it to make it our own unique style. So if she were to wear like those type of things, and it's like,
but even then, I don't think Haitians would care.
But that's what I'm saying. That's where I was getting at. I was gonna.
I think it's an American thing.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, no Haitians would be upset. They would be like, oh my God, she's trying to understand our culture and probably partake in it as much as she can.
They'd be happy for that.
Exactly. But if it was coming from like a white liberal or an African American that doesn't understand where that perspective is, they're automatically going to get on the fence without even asking questions or anything, like, oh, why are you wearing that, blah blah blah, this and that. And it's like, I know that's how society.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
But that's why I was saying, going back to you people, which is why it's best to get both families together, so, like they did at the end of the movie. Like
I think whatever is taken to offense should remain within the family.
Yes.
Like, the boundaries of the family should stay within the family.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, let's say the culture of the family only extends to the spouse, but, like, not the extended family.
Yeah.
Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, we invite her to the cookout to do X, Y, and she can do X, Y, and Z. But that doesn't mean you can.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, even though you're her brother, she's just an honorary member
of the family.
Yes. So she's allowed to, and that should stay within the family.
Yeah.
Like that, you see what I'm saying? But like your cousin or your fucking nephew or whatever can't be.
Yeah, just because you can do it doesn't mean your sister, your brother, your cousin, your mom.
It doesn't extend past.
Exactly, because I didn't marry them. I married you, and you accepted me and everything that comes with it, including my culture, and you wanted to learn and be understanding of my culture. So that's why it's okay for you to do it. But if your family comes in and just wanted to do it, just be like, I
got a black brother-in-law.
I got black brother.
I can do it.
What's up, bro?
I can do it.
What's up, bro?
Bruh. Start throwing hand signs and shit.
Bro, gang.
Nigga this, nigga that. Don't worry, I got a black brother-in-law.
Yep, I can say I got black people in my family now.
And that goes for every.
But that was kind of that's kind of where I would do again too. Like I said, if you had a girl from a different background and she has a culture, if it's outside the country, if she has a culture, or if it's outside the country and she has a culture.
But it's easier outside the country.
Yes, because both of you guys have culture.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Where, like you said, here it's like it was lost. So it's like now they're trying to grasp and cling on to whatever they know that they created. Like rock and roll, we know it was created by black people. It was just adopted by whites more, and
Well, it became the devil's music actually.
exactly, and that's why nobody liked Elvis,
Right.
because he would do the swinging hips. So yeah, which was mostly done in black concerts. So it's just it's wow, that was a hefty conversation. But that was a really good one. But I again too, I hope they do a second one, because it's gonna be
But not like with the same characters. Like
No,
are you gonna
no,
try
no.
like two different.
No, like they focus on just those two, and then them having kids, because now they're mixed.
Like on some identity shit.
Yes. That would be an interesting movie. I would like to see that.
I feel like
You've seen it?
I feel like your identity should be whatever the fuck you want to be.
But that's no, I get that, but it's like
I don't need a whole movie on it.
well, what I'm saying is, look how the two parents put a wedge between their kids. Imagine those two parents the mom trying to make the kids convert to Judaism, and then the father tries to convert them to Muslim, and then it's like the parents have no say.
Yeah, I feel that.
And that's what I'm saying, and I think that's what it is. And it's like, but the parents are like, oh, you can be whatever you want to be, but their parents are like, nah, we gotta have them do this, and we gotta teach them how to do that, and you're black in the
You gotta
United
raise
States.
them
Blah-
on this
yeah,
side.
it's because
I got you.
because the way I
So
look
it's
at
more bullshit. down the
exactly
road.
because they're covering all the controversial bullshit and issues that are happening in
Can we
America.
create an American religion? Like,
Right?
bruh, that'd be crazy.
No, right?
Bruh,
But
that'd be crazy.
that would be an interesting second movie. But you know, they're
Can we
not,
pray to the horoscopes?
right? The crystals.
All of them. Pray to rocks and shit. Worship.
Crystals. let me pray to the crystals.
Worship Yellowstone or something.
Right.
I don't know, bro. Like,
Bruce looking at me like,
Damn.
what the fuck?
that's crazy. There should be like, I don't know.
What?
Because like we all, okay, no, that's not saying. Most Americans believe there's like one God,
Yeah.
you know, but different interpretations.
Yep.
So why don't we just believe in that idea of the one God?
Yep.
You see
It'd
what
be
I'm saying?
easier.
Just call him the one.
Yeah. The one above
The
all.
one. You can personally call him whatever your
The
name
one
is.
above all.
You know, just call him the one. The one grants us life. The one is the will of the one is what allows us to exist and continue. The will of the one.
shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like on the dollar bill,
Mhm.
in the one we trust.
Yeah.
You know, one nation under the one.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just that easy. It's just that easy.
Oh man.
It's just that under the one. And then that's what unites us, the one.
The one. Yeah.
And then you'll ask everyone who the one is, and they have something completely different.
Mm-hmm.
But we all know
It's
The
the,
one.
one. And we ain't talking about Jet Li and the one or
culture war ended.
Yep. We ain't talking about Jet Li
We
and the
solved
one
it.
or Neo in the Matrix, the one. We're
The
talking
one.
about the one.
The one. You know who the one is.
Yep.
You don't gotta ask me who the. You know who the one is. Come on, man.
But
So it's just stuff like that. I don't know. I'm bullshit.
nah, but yeah, I think I was looking at leaving that specific topic on that note, because again, that was very interesting. I like the movie.
Yeah, it was a good
I love the comedy. He got all the classic comedians in there, and
That's a lot of cocaine.
yeah.
That's a lot. Of...
Hey, it's the cocaine guy.
Yeah, you don't remember him? It's the cocaine guy.
He gave us a cocaine.
He
Hey
gave us
man,
all
thank
that
you for
cocaine.
helping last time. Here's a pound
There's
of
a
cocaine.
pound of cocaine. Throw that big ass sack of coke on this man's lap. That's crazy.
Oh
That's
man,
crazy.
that man couldn't do
and
nothing.
even till then, he's like, I don't know this guy. I don't know who this guy is.
Yep.
I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up.
But yeah, if anybody is listening, I do recommend You People. It's on YouTube. Not YouTube. It's on Netflix. It's a
YouTube.
yeah, right. They're gonna like. Oh, I couldn't find it on YouTube,
That's
Jeff.
crazy.
No, it's on Netflix. It's a really good movie. It came out January 28th. But I would recommend it. It teaches you the interracial dynamics between different families and religions, and of course the issues that stem
That come up,
that
yeah.
come up in today's.
And they're real, like, actual
Yeah,
issues.
yeah,
It's not
yeah.
even like on some SJW shit. It's
No,
like,
yeah.
this is
This is not woke.
this is
not
an
woke
actual
movie.
thing that will come up during the relationship.
Yeah.
Like, these are real questions you actually have to...
Especially if it's
Yeah.
if it's in the United States, and especially if it's between a white and a black person.
Right. That's facts. That's facts.
But no, man. On another note, I know we were talking about when I used to live with Skylar. We used to pay me and Jerry and him would find a designated time where like we're either off the next day or we close, and we play this game called Dokapon Kingdom. Bruh, that game is being
Anybody out there who has a Nintendo Switch?
Yes.
Dokapon.
Well, it's not on Switch yet, but it's releasing May 9th, 2023.
Add that to your calendar.
Yeah, and it's online players up to 2 to 4, and single system is 1 to 4. So
the endless game.
yeah. So
Jeez.
basically, it was on the Wii, and I.
Oh wait, you guys didn't play it on that emulator?
No, we play on the Wii.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
So we play on the Wii U or whatever he had. And he's like, "Hey man, you guys want to play Dokapon Kingdom?" We're like, me and Jerry are like, we're both gamers, but we have different style of gaming. We're like, Skylar, what is that? He's like, "Nah, we're gonna play it." So we're playing this game, and you had a sample of it.
Yeah, I got a sample like 2 years after the whole hype around it had died down. Like we were just chilling at his crib, and then he just dusted off the old emulator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's play Dokapon. I was like, holy crap, this is the game I've been hearing about so much.
Bruh, I swear to God, it took us a year.
Jeff, that's a long ass
A
game.
year to finish that game. Well, I mean, you gotta account for the schedules, our scheduling,
Right, I feel that.
trips. Skylar was either at work, I was at home, or he had to take a vacation.
So
up
you guys
north.
went like weeks without playing.
Basically, and then when
Okay.
we had that opportunity, we took
Just
it.
grind.
We took it. We fucking took it, bro. It was
Just
amazing.
grind.
It was amazing. So it's like you get to choose between 4 characters, and of course you can evolve your character. Basically taking down monsters, you can fight each other and steal each other's stuff. There's a computer if you don't have up to 4 players. There's just so much.
It's an RPG.
It's an RPG
essentially.
essentially, and it's just fun. So it's
fun.
like you trying to guess the moves of your counterpart and then making that move.
And there's like so many paths to go through.
Yeah.
You have to reach certain like goals or milestone to continue, and like it's so crazy, man.
And the best part is you can change your players' names to anything you want, especially if you steal their stuff or win a fight. So they turned me from Big Jeff to Dickhead. So I was Dickhead the entire game, and I couldn't change the name. I didn't have to, unless I went back to the castle, bro. I'm telling you.
I don't think they're gonna let you do that now. What the fuck? They're not gonna let you do that now. What
Sensitive, woke
Bruh,
stuff.
They gonna censor your shit. What the
Fuck yeah. Yeah, man, bro. They didn't block anything. Well, because it wasn't connected to the internet, so it was literally you can type in whatever you want.
Oh man, Dickhead just got beat.
Yep.
You what? Hey yo, what the fuck?
Oh, man.
Amazing.
That's crazy.
Amazing.
That's crazy,
So
bro.
yeah, man. But no, that was a really fun game.
No, it was fun.
Yeah,
and that
so-
short amount of time that we played, which was 4 hours.
Yeah.
that was
And we didn't even get far.
And we didn't get far.
We didn't get far. We're still on the first chapter.
We're still on the
Yeah.
first stage.
We're still
Bro.
on the
That was
first stage.
crazy.
So no, but that was an amazing
And
game.
they're
man.
remastering it.
They're remastering it for the Switch, man.
Just in time. You guys introduced me to that just in time.
Yep. So now, yeah, it's a $49.99 digital copy, but no, I'm ready for it, man. That's gonna be a fantastic game to play. But I thought I'd bring that up because, I mean, if you're looking for like a fun game with the family or anything
So,
like that.
do you kind of remember the storyline? I know it was a while ago.
So apparently, your kingdom has been taken over by these creatures, and you basically have to go to each town, kill them off, and then of course get the town under your name where people can rent out places.
Right, you can own properties.
Yeah.
It's like Monopoly with Final Fantasy,
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda. Like, it's so.
And then the more properties you own, the better it is for you, because at the end of the game you're the actual winner. So you can win and you can win a segment of the, because remember it's a 24-hour day, but the
Right.
24-hour day goes by your turn.
Pretty quick, right?
Yeah, so you get like 6 turns average each person, and then after that, once you're done, remember it adds up at the end of the scoreboard. So if you can get the most amount of plot of land in each stage level, at the end of the game, you get to marry, the princess, yeah, regardless if you choose a female or a male. Equality.
Equal
You got it.
representation. Absolutely.
So no, but that was an interesting thing. And I know I know we're interviewing Skylar on Thursday, but it was kind of awesome because when I did move out and into his crib, it was different. It was different. So didn't have the TV, didn't have anything. I had.
You didn't have none of that.
Nah, remember Anthony helped me get that.
Word. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Bruh, until this day, that TV's still good because it's Samsung.
That Samsung beaming, bro.
Yeah.
That thing still beaming. They ain't lose no picture quality. Cause you got the top trim version of that.
Yeah, but I was getting it at a discount because the new Ultra HDs were coming in. So I went ahead and just bought that, but I didn't open it. I got it on Black Friday before people stopped shopping at the malls.
Right.
And the stores, and Best Buy was still here. So I got it at then. But I was moving into the crib, so I said, fuck it, might as well just go ahead and do it. And that's when I got the PlayStation Slim, all that stuff like that. So I was kind of just preparing myself to get there. But that was, I'm not gonna lie, I was 27 when I moved out, and Skylar was making fun of me the whole time. He's like, man, bro, you 27 still living at your mom? I'm like, bro,
hey, someone gotta kick your ass, bro.
Exactly. So hey, he did.
Yeah,
he did. He got me out.
Gotta kick your ass.
He got me out. I lived there for what, 6 months, 7 months, until you already know everything.
Wow, it was only 6 months.
Yeah,
I feel like we did so much.
Yeah, we did. It did feel like we did.
So much.
Like we went to what did we go to? Busch Gardens.
Went to Busch Gardens.
Oh, man, every chance we got, we go to Busch Gardens, man. Oh, that's when I got my new car too. Like when they had 0 miles, and I'm like, nah, we getting in my new car and driving up there, man. I'm not gonna.
When you went on the kayaking adventures.
Mm-hmm. Skylar. Everybody already knows about that.
Did you ever think about going back there and kind of like magnet fishing for your phone?
Really, we should do that because I know exactly where it's sitting at on the bottom of the river.
Unless the current, like,
no, that bitch sank.
Well, hey, a current can move stones, sir.
But that's the thing. There was no current in the Estero River. You kind of just were.
Yeah, there's always a current in a river.
Well, not when we went.
That's why it's a river.
Listen here, sir. Listen here.
It has to go somewhere, sir. It's not a lake.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
A linear lake. That's what we call them now.
Yes.
They're no longer rivers.
Them gators.
They're linear lakes.
Is it even still there after the hurricane?
Shit, everything, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, they'll probably find it in the year 2100.
This is what they call a cellular device.
That'd be crazy if that bitch still worked.
They used to physically hold this device. Now it is implanted in our wrist.
You think they'll call it cellular? They'll probably say communicating brick.
Yeah. No, it's not gonna be anything.
It's not. Yeah, it's gonna be. It'll probably be like
your skin,
all crusted over. No. I'm talking about like
the brick.
Oh, yeah, it'll be all with stone and limestone and shit. I don't know.
Damn.
Something will happen. They'll probably find like a casing of
when
it.
When the planet's dying.
Yeah. I don't even think we know when the planet is dying,
bruh.
The planet dying to us could be completely different to what the planet is doing, which is crazy when I think about it. Because it's like, yeah, we're getting broiled over a long period of time, and of course, climate change.
Yeah, all that stuff.
We already know that.
Yeah.
But like at the end of that, there's gonna be new species that come up.
Yep. I wonder what they're gonna look like.
I don't think it'll be here.
No, I said I wonder.
Oh, you wonder, right?
I wonder what they're gonna look like.
Shit, I don't know. Everything starts off as a mutation, I guess.
Yep. The XG.
Is that what it's called? I hate you. I hate you.
Shit.
I hate you.
I hate you. What else? I know that we did watch the Chris Rock special, Selective Outrage.
Yeah, Selective Outrage.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
That was very interesting. I loved it.
That was very interesting.
He did not back down from anything.
What did he say? Something. He's like, your wife said you a bitch. Something said the radio said you a bitch. Charlemagne said you a
Charlemagne says you a bitch.
America calling you a bitch. And who do you hit? Me.
Now that's some bitch nigga shit. That was fantastic. That's fantastic.
That's crazy.
No, that was
but I love
amazing.
how like that was his last bit. Like he told you everything in the beginning.
Oh, I love how he said everything. Like I was laughing at everything. Like
Right.
when he was talking about his daughters, he's like, "Oh yeah, my daughters are spoiled. My daughters are this and that, and then they I've raised them like this and blah blah blah." And bruh,
That was awesome.
it was awesome.
It was good. And then that's when we saw a clip from Eddie Murphy's
Yeah,
Delirious.
delirious.
I always said that was his best show.
That is
I'd
I'm
say
not
like
gonna
the
lie.
first
1983. That was his
that was
best show.
different.
That
Bro
was different.
like
No, he hit every point.
I think that was when he first like start peaking.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I remember
Like
he was 27.
he already did his thing with SNL and
Mhm.
he was just peaking.
He was 27 when he
27.
did that. Yeah.
And of course, you know, like if anyone were to watch it, it wouldn't. The first half of it wouldn't hold water today because of the culture and everything. How
Woke people.
you know what I'm saying?
Sensitivity.
Well, most of his jokes were also rooted in the
Derogatory.
of the ignorance in the age.
In the age of
You
the
see what I'm
age-
saying?
Yeah, the age epidemic.
So it's like most of his jokes revolved around AIDS and homosexuality.
Yeah.
And at the time they didn't even know what it was.
Yeah, they didn't. They
You see what I'm
thought
saying?
they got it from
gay-
men,
from homosexual.
homosexuals. Yeah, and
You know what I'm saying? So, but I like that little bit where he was talking about first it was gonorrhea. You know, you just went to the doctor, got a little shot. You know what I'm saying? You're good. You're good as new. Then herpes came and that shit sticks you with you for life. It's like luggage. And he's like, now there's this AIDS shit, man. You don't even know where it's going, where it's coming from, da da da. What's next? You put your dick in and it blow up.
boom.
Oh man, that was awesome.
No, that was amazing.
That was awesome.
That was peak Eddie Murphy
That
right
was
there.
peak.
And we didn't even exist yet.
That
We didn't
shit
even
was
exist.
Crazy. That shit was crazy. But yeah, he talked about some funny shit, and it was funny because
It's Eddie Murphy.
that's Eddie Murphy. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You can't cancel that man.
No, you
No
can't.
matter how much you try,
Bruh.
you can't. It's hard to cancel a comedian
Bruh, they're literally
because like literally their job is the antithesis of what your entire idea of canceling is.
But I loved it. I loved it too because the way comedians were back then was based off of not their life experience, but just life in general. They didn't focus the comedy on their personal.
It was like the hot topics happening around the country.
Exactly.
And then like they tied it to their own personal experience.
Exactly, and that's what I loved about it. It wasn't just about.
Isn't that what comedy is?
Yeah, but it was amazing to see a different take because I know that, like for Kevin Hart, for example, when he tells
It's all personal stories.
personal, exactly, yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's the difference between comedy now and comedy back in the day. It was like life experiences or a friend or this person or that person, and then he'd make it funny. And
But I think the thing that really helped him was his ability to improv.
yes,
Like
especially
even,
with the mic.
right? Especially with the mic, how he was interacting with the audience. Like he was just calling on people in the audience, and then having them like interact with him while he's telling the joke. There was the instance where the flash, the auto flash.
Oh yeah, he took a picture of his dick.
Where I didn't even know like that was hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, where the camera had to.
Yeah, like the flash had to like charge up
before you can do another.
before
flash.
you could take another photo, and I was like,
Bruh.
because the only camera that I remember, the first disposable camera I remember, was
Kodak.
So, and the flash was instant, the
Yes.
Insta flash or whatever.
Well,
And
that
I
was
guess
the upgrade from the
that,
80s to the 90s.
right,
Yeah.
it was just like you had to let it, and you actually heard it wind up,
Yep.
like the battery.
It was that loud. That was crazy.
The
That was
mic
crazy.
picked it up, but
80s
you
were
know,
so
it was
different.
different, bro. It was different. Motherfuckers was peaking. Motherfuckers was peaking.
Well, that's why it was
You know what
amazing.
I'm saying? But hey, that's what the time was.
To each his own.
That's what it was.
Mhm.
Today is what it is.
Yep.
This is what it is.
But
You can't go back to what it was.
nope, only what it is.
Because too many things happen to be what it is.
Yep. And I think people grow and people change, and it's
And
like
people forget that.
yeah, I think so too. It's like
And that goes for
like we always say, who you
Right.
were 5 years ago is not who you are now. You can't compare my 5 years ago to now. Could have been childish back then, but now I'm a mature person.
remember the rule I always told you.
Yeah. Don't give a shit.
The amount of time it
I'm
takes
joking.
you to become
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm dead.
Oh shit. Go ahead. I'm
dead.
joking. Go ahead.
The amount
Go
of
ahead.
time it takes you to become a certain type of person, like your base mode of operation, that's how long it's going to take for you to break that.
That cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, just because you fix one bad habit doesn't mean you won't express
Others.
that default in another bad habit.
Bad habit. I
To
got you.
cope with you, you know. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you're a bad person for
Mhm.
that. Like, no, because I do that too. Like, I'm observing myself in what I do.
Mhm.
So I can assume that because I am human and I have emotions, other humans must deal with these issues. You know what I'm saying?
Issues or something similar to
Right.
you.
Which is why I'm open to people changing and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But I also know that
Sometimes.
the amount of time it takes you to be a person, you see what I'm saying, to have certain habits, that's how long it's going to take you
to break it.
to break it.
Yeah.
Right.
No, that's understandable.
You see what I'm saying? Which is why, like, people say, okay, 21 days to start a habit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like your whole life you didn't do that habit.
Yeah.
So now you got to go that amount of time it took you to make that a lifestyle. To make that a life change.
Do you believe that?
Right. Do you believe you are this different person? Or do
Yeah.
you believe...
Do you believe? Well, not just that, because I would say every human being is different, and some people can break a habit within a shorter time frame than when it took them to start it.
Right. Everyone can break habits, Jeff.
Yeah.
It's like people who smoke. They can break a smoking habit for 5 months, 2 years, 5 years.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, a lot of them end up smoking or finding a
Going back
substitute.
to it, yeah.
Right. Because their whole life, the amount of time it took of them living
Mhm.
in that habit is way longer than they have been off of the habit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the 21 days, 5 months, 2 years makes it easier, but there's
You
still,
got to keep going.
You got to keep going.
Because it's like alcoholic that hasn't drank in 5 years, but then their life goes to a point where it's like so shitty they pick up that one drink and it just
Right.
fucks it up for the rest
Right.
of them.
That's why some people give up alcohol completely.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, I was an alcoholic. I was drinking a majority of the day.
Mhm.
Was usually drunk in a daze in a dream state. And I've been sober for 5 months. I'm not just going to be like, oh, yeah, now I'm going to limit myself to one glass of wine.
That doesn't help.
That's not how that works.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yes, you have now developed the habit of not drinking
As much. Yeah.
but it's like you're still drinking.
Yeah. That's
You see
true.
what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't know, man.
No, I hear you,
And
man.
that, but I understand that. I'm not here to be like, no, you can't change.
Mhm.
You deserve everything bad to happen to you because
Yeah.
you did these bad things.
You can. You just gotta want it.
Right. You have to see yourself as that change.
Mhm.
You can't see the change as a process of this is who I'm going to be.
Yeah.
Like if you let's say you're a recovering alcoholic, like if you believe you are not an alcoholic, like if you truly believe you are now this person,
Mhm.
you see what I'm saying? Like mental, like it's really mental.
Even if it's like generational.
Right. Remember what I said, reality can be whatever you fucking want.
Yeah.
If you truly alter your reality to believe that you are not an alcoholic and you abide by the boundaries of people who are not alcoholics,
Yeah.
and you understand that, like, hey, I'm not an alcoholic,
Mhm.
you see what I'm saying? You will act accordingly.
Yeah, I agree.
You will act accordingly. You see what I'm saying? But that only if you believe that is who you are.
I got you.
Like change comes from you believing that you are this new person.
You'll be able to be that person.
Not even be able. You are this person.
Mhm.
Like I could be fat as fuck. I'm an athlete. I will start behaving like an athlete.
So you can get.
Exactly.
I got
Not, oh, I'm going to train to be an athlete. No. I'm an athlete today. I will start living like one.
Gotcha. Lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
Gotcha.
Not habits.
Gotcha.
We don't do habits. We do lifestyles. You see what I'm saying? And that's essentially what I mean. Like, yeah, okay, 21 days, you did X, okay. How,
What's next?
right, how many years have you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, like you said, like for us with this, like we thought we'd reach a threshold and then stop, but then we're like, nah, we gotta keep going.
right.
Because then we're gonna it's we are podcasters, not we are podcasters till we hit a certain number
Right.
of episodes.
Right. It's not, oh, we're trying to become a no, I'm going to start acting like we're a legit like top 10 podcast.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. I'm not working to become a top 10 podcast. In
am.
my mind, I am
I
a
am.
top 10 podcast.
Yeah.
That's
That's
really the fucking it. Like, that's it.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
No.
So it's like, I don't know, man. You can call me delusional, but shit. You know?
Sensational.
But shit. It's working for me.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Want to end it off on that note, sir? Or you got anything? You got any final thoughts? You want to bring something up to light that you want to talk about?
Today was a nice day. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. What did you do?
I helped mom with her taxes. That's what I did.
There you go. That's what's up.
Helped mom with her taxes. Played with Bruce. We kind of I watched the news with her because you know she likes to watch her Haitian public media.
Yep.
She's like, "Hey Jeff, come and watch the news with me." So I'm like, "All right, mom, what's happening now?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty fire. And then she was just watching like the most saddest shit ever. Like, don't get me wrong, like I understand what's happening in Haiti, but man, she was showing me like the saddest shit ever. And this was like she was binge watch. She went down a rabbit hole of
Yeah. Well, she should have stopped.
2-hour long videos on YouTube of this guy just recording people suffering and then him helping them. And I was just like, that's amazing he's helping them. But this content is too long.
Yeah, he should have broke it up.
Like, that's crazy. And it was just people in straight misery. You know what I'm saying? I was
Yeah.
just like, and it was making her depressed. I'm like, Mom.
Well, yeah, she picks up the feelings
Right.
of what she sees.
Like,
She's like an empath, bro.
yeah, I'm like, yo, you gotta
Got him out there on
change the channel or something, bro.
Watch
Like,
something upbeat or happy.
yeah. Or listen to your hymns and louanges.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I got you, man.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
Take us home, sir.
All right. Guys, thank you always again for joining us at the tabletop. If you want to watch our episodes, listen to our episodes on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. And if you want to catch our ugly mugs on Wednesdays and Fridays, we're on YouTube, One Word Tabletop Topics. We also have our Triple T's Clip channel and our TikTok channel. So if you click on the link, it'll take you directly to the full podcast. And of course, we have timestamps, so you can navigate throughout the entire video on which topic that you want to jump on. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Also, leave us a comment if you want us to talk about anything specific, or if you just want us to bring something up on the podcast, let us know. But guys, I appreciate you always for joining us at the tabletop. You guys have a good night, weekend, evening, and or day.
See ya.